In this tutorial, we are going to see how to transfer information from SAISIE Gestion Commerciale to SAISIE Comptabilité, or we are going to see how to do accounting or how to automatically make accounting entries from SAISIE Gestion Commerciale to SAISIE Comptabilité. Remember, SAISIE Gestion Commerciale, you make daily operations such as creation of sales document, creation of purchase documents, and at the end of it all, or at the end of a period, the accountant needs to account for all the invoices, for all the receipts which has been done in the course of that particular period. So how do we go about it? First of all, what we are going to be accounting for are those elements on treatment. Here we are talking about document de vente, which are sales document. Here we are talking about document des achats, which are purchase document. Like for example, in our previous video, we saw how to make purchases or how to impute goods in stock. When you make or when you come here and you take nouveau, what you create is what you call a facture, or you could create a bon de commande and then later on convert it into a facture. Now facture here representing an invoice, and obviously when we talk about an invoice, we should understand that here we are talking about a document which will show the net amount payable, signifying that when we create an invoice, it shows that settlements has not yet been made. Like for example, when we are in the sales document, like when we are in a purchase document like this one, obviously when we take nouveau facture, okay, it is going to take us to this window where we have to select the supplier from whom we are getting the goods. It means that after making this particular type of document, we are owing our supplier a particular sum of money which has not yet been paid. In our previous video, we saw how to interrogate supplier's account. You could go to structure, you go to fournisseur, and you double click on the supplier in question, then you take interrogate. You are going to be seeing all the transactions that took place with that particular supplier, all the goods that particular supplier has purchased, and the total turnover. When you're still at this level of the supplier's information, when you go to solvabilité or solvency, you're going to see how much turnover we have done with that particular supplier and how much we have paid that supplier already, as well as the balance. Already, when there is an invoice, let's just create a new purchase document now, or let's first of all see what is required for you to account for documents from SAISIE Gestion Commerciale to SAISIE Comptabilité. The first condition is that your settings should have into account the different journal codes concerned. What do I mean? If you go to fichier, you take paramètres société, there are some settings we did in the beginning in a previous video, which had to set up accounting or comptabilisation, accounting for daily transactions or daily operations. If I enter in comptabilisation and I go to category comptable, you can remember we created different sales, we created different accounting categories, meaning places where we make sales, places where we make purchases, and places where we keep stock. And you further saw how these elements are being used at the level of the creation of families of articles, or at the creation of articles, how we had to attach some account numbers. Okay, coming back to the conditions for you to communicate information between SAISIE Gestion Commerciale and SAISIE Comptabilité. When you get to this menu tab of comptabilisation, you need to come to facture, and you tell how facture are going to be accounted for, how invoices are going to be accounted for. So you have to select the journal code for vente or for sales. In the list, you have the journal code for sales, and you select the journal code for purchases, and you come and put a description of sales transaction and the description for purchase transaction. What does it mean? It means that for every sales, it will go and enter in the sales journal. You remember we created the different journal codes. When we make a purchase, it's going to enter, the purchase transaction is going to enter in the cash journal code. Same as règlement. When you come below, you're going to see règlement, comptabilisation, règlement, journal, règlement client, meaning the customers settlements journal code, and the supplier settlements journal code. It means that each time you make a purchase or each time you sell goods to a customer, if they have to pay you or if you have to pay them, you go and do règlement, and this is how the transactions are going to be recorded in the respective journals. Now, looking at this, it is simple. It is entering in this journal, it is entering in this journal, but the question is, which account number should actually be debited, which account number should actually be credited? Already, if we are making a sales, a purchase transaction, for example, in this document we already have the supplier's code or the supplier's account. So in this case, it's going to be the third party account. Now we need to get another account for if it's purchase, another account for purchase of goods, so that it should go in the accounting part of the software and automatically makes the accounting entries. That is why when we created famille d'article, in every detail families we created, I asked you to, guys, I asked you to go to paramètres and to take comptabilisation and attach the different account numbers to the different account categories, where sales of goods, purchase of goods, or warehousing for the different category comptable. So this is what will make in such a way that amounts moves from the documents, amounts moves from a purchase document or from a sales document, and it is being entered in a particular type of account in a particular journal. Now, what happens if we did not attach to each of these detail families the different category contact? What will happen is that we will not have the possibility to account for those products. Why? In every product that is being created, since products are being attached to families, it therefore means that all the settings of the families will come to the products. Now, when you get to a product, you are going to see if it is in the produit non-consumable or non-consumable products as a family. When you come to paramètres, when you come to comptabilisation, your comptabilité, you are going to see that all the account numbers has already been attached to the different categories. This goes same with all the account numbers which are created in your books or in your enterprise. They are going to be attached to this general account number 701 for purchase of goods, and the 311 for warehousing or for storage. If this is fulfilled, if all your articles have these account numbers, then you are good to go to account for purchase documents or sales documents at any time or any day. Now, before we get to accounting for transactions on purchase and transactions on sales, I will go to the accounting part of the software or SAISIE accounting of this very same company which is open, and we shall see whether there is any accounting entry which is done, and we place it well so that we can remember each time we make an accounting entry. We want to go and check there and see whether the accounting entry was actually recorded. So I'll start by closing this company. I will now come and open the accounting SAISIE Comptabilité, that very same company. So the company, here it is located, and I take OK. When I go to traitement journaux de saisie, OK, this is the operating year, and as you can see, there is no journal that has been recorded. When if a journal, if an entry has been recorded in a journal, you're going to see something like a pen by the side, but this shows that there has been no there has been no accounting entry which was earlier made. So we close this, and we go back to the SAISIE Gestion Commerciale and see what we can do in order to account for this. So I'm going to go to Fichier, take Ouvrir, and open the company file, take OK. So what do? I will go to Traitement. If I want to account for a purchase document, for example, or document d'achat, I will come to ACHAT. If there is a transaction, if there is a document here that has been settled for, that is, if there is a document or there is a purchase we made from a supplier and we have already paid that supplier the money, we should first of all make settlements. Like for example, this particular invoice was paid partially. In our previous class, we saw how to make payment. You just come to at the level of paid, and you take PA, and you take règlement, and you give the amount you are currently paying. Like for example, here the amount that is left due is 100,000 after 60,000 was paid last time. So we are going to account for this document and see how the accounting entries went through. So for me to account for this document, I will double click on it. Remember, it's a document d'achat, comptabiliser. I will then come to comptabiliser. First of all, when you look at the nature of the document, it is comptabiliser, meaning to be accounted for. So when I now open this, you will see here comptabiliser, meaning accounting for this particular document. Rest assured, when you account for a document, it completely disappears from a SAISIE Gestion Commerciale, because that particular document is being recorded in the accounting software where reports can be gotten. So I double click on it. I go to comptabilisation. Voulez-vous comptabiliser le document? Yes. Attention en vertu de, OK. Comptabilité informatisée. OK, you take here. OK. Can you see? The document has disappeared. Document number 2 does no more exist in this list. If you can see, there were 2 of them. Now only one of it is left. Can you remember the total amount in that invoice was 160,000, but 60,000 was paid? For us to confirm whether this transaction actually was recorded in the accounting software, I'm going to open the accounting software. So I'll go to Fichier, I'll take FAIRE, I'll go to SAISIE Comptabilité, go to Fichier, take Ouvrir, and open the account again. And I take OK. When I go to Traitement, Journaux de saisie, can you see? In the month of April, 2 transactions were recorded, one in Journal d'Achat, which is cash journal, and another one in Journal de Caisse, Journal d'Achat, which is the purchase journal, and Journal de Caisse, which is the cash journal. If we enter, for example, in the Journal d'Achat, you can see an account was debited, an account was credited, where you can see there that ACHAT de marchandises could even come some lines before, but at this level you can see how the transaction was recorded. If you come to at the level of the Journal de Caisse or the cash journal, when you enter in the cash journal, you can see that a payment of 60,000 was made, because in a SAISIE Gestion Commerciale we actually made a payment of 60,000, if you can remember what actually happened there. So this is how you account for documents from Gestion Commerciale to SAISIE Comptabilité. It therefore means that if I want to equally make account for a document de vente or for a sales document, when I open the company, I need to go to Traitement. I need to go to Traitement and go and take document de vente and look for the document I want to account for. Remember, this one document shows that a comptabiliser, it is to be accounted for, and it is an invoice. Therefore means that payment has not yet been done. If payment has been done, you enter inside and you initiate the payment. But if the payment has not been done, it will definitely be on credit, or it will go in the SAISIE Comptabilité records only in the sales journal or in the purchase journal. Then it will make no accounting entry in the cash journal or bank journal, depending on what was actually attached to that particular document. So let's just say coming to this particular comptabiliser, we are going to account for it, and for us to do that, when we open it, we go to comptabiliser and we take yes, you accept the options, and it has moved out of SAISIE Gestion Commerciale. If we go back and check on at the level of the accounting file, I'll take Ouvrir, and from here I'll open the company. Okay, I should make sure that it is first of all close the other side before I go open it the other side. So I'll close from Gestion Commerciale, come to SAISIE Comptabilité, and open the company. We take OK, and when we go to Traitement, Journaux de saisie, you can see a transaction was recorded in the sales journal in the month of April, but nothing in any other journal, because these are the only documents which were accounted for, and you can see nothing has been done in a settlement account or in the cash account, or I mean in the cash journal or in the bank journal. Nothing has been done there because no settlement was actually done. That is how you account for invoices from SAISIE Gestion Commerciale to SAISIE Comptabilité. Get to you in our next video.